Hey guys, today we are going to be doing a 2024 prediction, and in this scenario, it's Gretchen Whitmer, the current governor of Michigan, who is up for re-election this year, and Donald Trump, the former president. Obviously, if Gretchen Whitmer, she would probably, if she was going to run for president, she would obviously have to be re-elected to even think about that. But she, in my opinion, I think she will, because it's Michigan, and yeah, Donald Trump I don't think would be a good candidate. Donald Trump would be like a standard candidate in 2020, but against Joe Biden, this would be a close one though. But we'll get into that later. And let's look at safe states for Gretchen Whitmer, and also keep in mind I use 10 plus margins. Now, Washington, Oregon, California, Colorado, New Mexico, these could be likely, but I do think these will remain safe. Minnesota, I think, will be a likely state, but actually, I'll just get back to that later. Illinois will be safe. Virginia will be safe. And all of these states will be safe. You guys probably know states. The second district would be voting Donald Trump, though, and to why. Now we have safe states for Trump: Alaska, Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, Nebraska. I'm going to put this second district in a leanish margin, but I don't really see Gretchen Whitmer. I'll put it in a tilt. I don't really know a lot about Nebraska's second district, so I'm just going to keep it lean, I guess, but keep in mind I do not know a lot about that district. Texas, I think, would just be likely. These are okay. Okay. I'm not going to say any likely states. All these states, Iowa, that would be likely. Also, Ohio. Trump will win by 9 points probably against Gretchen Whitmer in Iowa. And Ohio would probably be 9 points as well. These would probably be both 9-point states. Also, so these would be the quote-unquote competitive states, you could say. A lot of these states are way more competitive than others. But let's start with the ones that are not competitive. Let's start with Texas. This is a state that Gretchen Whitmer, I think, will do a little better. But this would not be a year like 2020. Donald Trump won the state by, I believe, 4 points. So a lean margin, which was pretty good for the Democrats in Texas for their past voting record, how Texas voted. But Donald Trump still won the state by a lean margin. And this wouldn't be, against Gretchen Whitmer, this would be a tough one. But yeah, this would probably be a state Donald Trump would win easily. This would not, Gretchen Whitmer obviously has no chance of winning. But yeah, also, Florida would be likely. This is a state that has dramatically changed in politics. Obviously, Donald Trump will win his base in Florida. He'll likely win anywhere from 6 to 9 points, to be honest. These two states I do not know really what to say for them. And now states that Gretchen Whitmer would win. Minnesota, this would probably be 7 or more points. Gretchen Whitmer, I think, would be, and this is coming from, I live in the state. I do think she'd be a strong candidate. She would do pretty good. I feel like I feel like some voters would think of her as Amy Klobuchar, so that's why I think they would like her a little more. But I do think that Gretchen Whitmer would win. Donald Trump obviously has, the worst case scenario, Gretchen Whitmer wins by 2 points. But this will be a state that Gretchen Whitmer will do well in. New Hampshire, this would probably be a lean margin for Gretchen Whitmer. This is a state I don't see Donald Trump winning anytime soon. Gretchen Whitmer would do well with a lot of New Hampshire voters are center-left to moderate Democratic voters. I think Gretchen Whitmer would do okay with those voters in New Hampshire, so I do think she would win. New Hampshire is really not going to go to the Republicans, maybe except in a really bad scenario like Kamala Harris or some other terrible candidate like Tulsi Gabbard or something. In those scenarios, that could go to the Republicans, but I do think this is a state that the Democrats can rely on, though they should not keep it off guard. North Carolina, these are states that Trump will win. North Carolina, this would be a lean margin in 2020. He won it by, I believe, 1 point. This was almost a tilt margin. Gretchen Whitmer's going to win the minority vote by good margins, but I don't think it'll be enough to sway the election. And I'm also going to give Georgia to a tilt margin. I feel like Georgia would be pretty close. Donald Trump would win it by 0.2, but I just don't really see Gretchen Whitmer doing well in the South. She would, and I don't see her getting too much minority turnout. But I feel like this would be close, and this could go really any way. But I feel like Donald Trump does have the advantage in Georgia. Um, Now in Arizona and Nevada, Arizona I do think, obviously not. Arizona I do think this would be a tilt margin. Gretchen Whitmer, this could be another competitive state, Georgia and Arizona. Um, Donald Trump, well, I think Gretchen Whitmer would barely carry Arizona because Donald Trump is really unpopular in Arizona. And I'm going to say this for nationwide. Obviously, Biden versus Trump are both hated. Gretchen Whitmer, to a lot of people that don't know about politics, she's a new face for them and for the Democratic Party as well. And so they might see her as somebody that's like not Biden, because like a lot, but that makes sense. But I do think that a lot of educated white college students, and like a lot of moderate Republicans that are becoming independents now, that are like basically McCain politics, are rethinking their politics in Arizona. So I do think Gretchen Whitmer will barely carry the state. This would be a close one. She would probably win by 0.1, which is lower than Biden. This could go to Donald Trump. This is like really close. I don't know. I just think this is a state that Gretchen Whitmer would win. If this was Ron DeSantis versus Gretchen Whitmer, this state would be lean margin for Ron DeSantis. I just feel like Donald Trump is not that good of a candidate against Gretchen Whitmer. Nevada, I think this is a state that consistently votes with Democrats. In 2020, it voted with Biden by 2.4%. By 2.4%. And in 2016, it voted for Hillary Clinton by 2.4%, or 3%, 2.3%, but basically the same margin. So this was the state that Gretchen Whitmer would probably do well in. She's going to do well in areas like Las Vegas and Reno. Well, maybe not Reno. But Las Vegas is basically going to carry her and help win. This is a state that would be closer to New Hampshire, though. And now we have the Midwestern states. This would be a really close, but Gretchen Whitmer overall would have a slight advantage. Let's start with Michigan. This is her home state. She would probably win this by the same margin. Biden won it by. Biden in 2020, I believe, won it by 2.8 points. I think that would be appropriate margin for Gretchen Whitmer. It could be lower, though. 1 point would be appropriate. But Donald Trump, he's not going to be that good against Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan. She's going to, I think, do pretty well there. I feel like Michigan is a good state. Gretchen Whitmer would be a good candidate because she has some Midwestern appeal. A lot of like Midwestern voters would just see her as somebody like the governor from the next state over, and I think that could help her. Whitmer, I think this could be a lean margin, but this would likely be tilt. I don't know. I just like these states. So Gretchen Whitmer would have the advantage. But in Pennsylvania, I just really don't see Donald Trump winning against Gretchen Whitmer. If it's against Joe Biden, yes, I think he would win. But Gretchen Whitmer is a different scenario. But I just really don't see Gretchen Whitmer. I don't know how to say it. She's gonna do well with a lot of blue collar workers. That like, she's gonna do well with a lot of she's going to get turnout from like all sectors of the Democratic Party, and she's also going to win. Wisconsin, this would be one of the closest states. I'm going to have to keep that as a toss-up. I'm going to put Arizona as a toss-up too, actually. But I feel like Wisconsin, Arizona, I do think these would be close, and those are really toss-up states. I'm going to keep those at two toss-up states. But this is what I think the map will look like. Wisconsin, Arizona basically be tied. I cannot decide what those would be like. Gretchen Whitmer would win the following swing states of Nevada, Minnesota, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. Not North Carolina, sorry. New Hampshire. While Donald Trump would win the swing states of North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and Texas. This would be a close one. Gretchen Whitmer does have a lot of appeal. She's going to get the whole... She will have a base, I do think, if she did run. Obviously, I think she would not run against Biden. I think that'd be pretty inappropriate for her, to be honest, and she would not do well, and that would kind of ruin her reputation for a future presidential run or future office. But I don't really see anybody running against Biden except somebody like AOC or Tulsi Gabbard or some progressive or conservative Democrat. But this is what I think the map would look like. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Sorry that I didn't know how to describe a lot of stuff because this is 2024 and stuff. But tell me what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys again soon.